In the year 2000, Flight 006, a Singapore Airlines flight from Singapore to Los Angeles, was taken off in bad weather due to an incoming typhoon, and it crashed. Really barely got off the ground. The airline denied it, but it turned out the plane was on the wrong runway. It was on a runway that was closed due to construction. The plane actually hit some construction equipment and crashed, and 81 people died. There's a simple rule in aviation, and that is you got to be on the right path. You have to be on the right runway. And if you're on the wrong path, the wrong direction, it's going to be a disaster. And what's true of airlines is true for our life too. But far too often we think we know. We think, hey, the easy way is the right path. We think the shortcut is the right path. We think that, man, the path of least resistance is the way to go. Whatever's going to make us feel good in the moment. And that's the way we want to head. Wisdom says that's not the case. As a matter of fact, Proverbs 16:25 says there's a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way of death. Proverbs 16:2 says there's a way that seems right to a man, but God checks his motives and looks at what's really going on in his heart as to why he's walking a certain path. And then we get to Matthew 7, and Jesus is wrapping up his Sermon on the Mount, the big block of teaching that he does. And he talks about a big road and a small road. And he says most people go down the big road, that smooth path, the easy way that looks appealing, and they head down that way. Few people, though, head down this small road, this enclosed road, this tight, small gate that you have to barely make it through. Well, all these verses ought to make us sit back and say, well, what is my destination? Where am I headed? What are these decisions that are steps on a path? Where are they taking me? Wisdom knows we need this ability. A wise mind is a mind that looks ahead. It can look ahead at the direction of my life and say, wow, the choices that I'm making today, the ways I'm thinking right now, the ways I'm feeling right now, the ways I'm desiring right now are not going to take me to a good place. Wisdom knows that we need this for things like marriage, where we go, are the decisions I'm making today, the steps I'm taking in my marriage today, is that going to lead to a successful marriage? Or take parenting, same principle, right? Are the decisions I'm making today steps down a path that's going to lead to a good destination? Because everything we do in life is leading us somewhere. It's either leading us to where we need to go, or it's leading us away from where we need to go. Wisdom knows this, and wisdom says we ought to think twice, and 3 times, and 4 times, and 5 times, and again, and again, and again. We've got to be thinking about the decisions we're making that are leading us down a road that we're taking.